Okay, Barberini. I think you better get out of here. You got anything else to say?
Yeah. Up your nose with a rubber hose. I'll see you, Mr. Kotter.
What if one of the most beloved shows of the 1970s was hiding a storm of betrayal, backstage manipulation, and shattered friendships right under our noses? Welcome back. Kotter wasn't just a funny school sitcom. It was a ticking time bomb of egos, secret feuds, and shocking career moves that would change Hollywood forever. How did a rising star like John Travolta walk away from the very role that made him a household name? And why did the cast, once hailed as a tight-knit family, fall apart in silence and grief? Behind the laughter was a darker story few ever heard. Gabe Kaplan's early years in Brooklyn, for instance, were marked by struggle and unpredictability, a far cry from his later reputation as a beloved entertainer, whose witty stand-up not only enlivened his performances, but also planted the seeds for an award-winning series. Born into a world where the classroom was less a place of learning than a stage for life's unscripted comedy, Kaplan drew on raw, authentic experiences that later resonated with millions. His real-life inspirations, friendships, schoolyard rivalries, and the tangible culture of 1970s Brooklyn transformed into characters that, despite their boisterous mischief, revealed the underlying strength of a community trying to rise above adversity. Each laugh concealed a layer of struggle, and each quip masked a deeper narrative about survival and reinvention. Hovering in the backdrop of this dramatic television revolution were figures whose financial trajectories would later become the talk of the town. Consider a celebrity whose sumptuous lifestyle is as jaw-dropping as his on-screen presence. A man who evolved from modest beginnings to becoming a beacon of luxury and financial acumen. His story isn't just about the glimmer of Hollywood fame, it's also a masterclass in wealth building and smart investments. His garage, for instance, reads like a catalog of automotive excellence, boasting a collection of luxury cars that have become icons in their own right. Models known for their engineering brilliance and exclusivity. Coupled with a wrist adorned in high-end timepieces that combine timeless design with cutting-edge technology, every accessory and asset reflects an unwavering commitment to excellence and precision. Yet, even as his public image soared, the series of personal and professional missteps served as a cautionary tale of the volatile world of fame. The staggering rise from grueling gigs as a hotel bellman to sharing screens with legendary performers is underscored by calculated financial moves that redefined his image. This isn't a mere tale of ascent, but also one of constant reinvention. As he ventured into business investments, lucrative collaborations, and even entrepreneurial ventures that spanned diverse markets, each step was carefully insured and safeguarded by robust personal and business policies that underpinned his ventures. A powerful hook here emphasizes that every smart financial decision is a stepping stone toward long-term security, a lesson learned from the ups and downs of a roller coaster career. Drawing parallels between his on-screen roles and off-screen financial maneuverings, we see a narrative where the past informs the present. For instance, the transformation of a once rugged persona into a polished, multifaceted businessman is highlighted by his transition from simple roles to becoming a magnet for major deals and prestigious ownership stakes. The evolution from just another hopeful on the stage to a magnate whose real estate portfolio includes exquisite properties and a private jet that symbolizes his success is nothing short of inspirational. Each deal, each collaboration, served as a testament to the enduring power of reinvention. You cannot help but be hooked by the promise that behind every flash of celebrity glamour lies a story of calculated risk and relentless pursuit of dreams. The narrative continues to unfold as we delve deeper into the complex web of on-set rivalries and off-set financial strategies. Rivalries that once threatened to derail burgeoning careers eventually evolved into cautionary tales and platforms for public growth. Take, for example, the bitter feud that once divided creative minds on set. What started as a series of dramatic confrontations eventually morphed into a powerful lesson in compromise and the necessity of collaboration in achieving lasting success. Even as tensions soared, leading to scenes being filmed separately to maintain order, the underlying message remained that personal strife should never eclipse the collective poem. In this dynamic landscape, The intricate details of a celebrity's luxurious lifestyle interweave with valuable financial insights that illuminate the path to prosperity. As the narrative shifts from behind-the-scenes drama to an intimate examination of wealth management, we uncover how high-profile figures navigate the sophisticated arenas of insurance and business acumen. In one stunning analysis, we unravel the layers behind policies that once shielded not just careers but entire empires from unforeseen mishaps. Policies that ensured health, safeguarded high-value assets, and provided crucial career-related protections. This comprehensive approach to personal and business insurance reminds us that in the world of glitz and glamour, every acquisition, whether a sleek sports car or a sprawling mansion, is buttressed by forward-thinking financial strategies and a robust safety net. John Travolta's career soared into the stratosphere after leaving the show. From Saturday Night Fever to Grease, his face was everywhere, but few knew the emotional toll behind the fame. Travolta's later years were marked not just by accolades, but deep personal loss. He built an empire, amassing an estimated net worth of $250 million by the late 2000s and 10s, investing in aviation, luxury properties, and producing films under his own banner. Yet, despite the glamorous red carpet appearances and private jets, Travolta carried an unmistakable weight behind his eyes. His future projections remained steady with his real estate portfolio, including a Florida airport estate and a Maine mansion, valued at over $45 million alone. But the shine of luxury couldn't fully eclipse the heartbreak of losing his wife Kelly Preston in 2020, or his son years before. These silent scars made every public smile that much more haunting. Gabe Kaplan, once the heart of the show, slipped into a quieter fame. After clashing with producers and watching his vision fade, Kaplan left Hollywood behind and reinvented himself as a professional poker player. Yes, poker. It was a surprising turn, but one that offered him the control he'd lost in television. Though never as publicly celebrated as Travolta, Kaplan's wealth grew steadily over the years, reaching an estimated $30 million today. He remained financially disciplined, investing in tech startups and real estate. But emotionally, he carried a quiet bitterness. The show that once held his heart ended without a real goodbye. "It didn't get the send-off it deserved," he once said in an interview, his voice tinged with the same disillusionment that once bubbled on set. And then there's Marcia Strassman. Her shocking confession in 1978 that she hoped the show would get canceled left fans stunned. Behind the scenes, she had suffered in silence, navigating a tense and often manipulative environment. She had hoped for solidarity from her castmates, but felt isolated instead. Her career after Kotter was steady, with appearances in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but her health battles overshadowed her later years. Despite these struggles, she kept her dignity and stayed connected to fans. Her net worth never reached the heights of her co-stars, hovering around $1.5 million, but her legacy lives on in a different way, as a voice for actresses who quietly endured behind the spotlight. The rest of the cast? They were the soul of the show. Ron Palillo's Horshack, Lawrence Hilton Jacobs' Freddie, and Robert Hagee's Epstein, they brought warmth, laughter, and chaos in equal measure. But their post-show paths were filled with financial dips and personal pain. Palillo struggled to find steady work, with many labeling him a one-hit wonder. He turned to teaching acting and painting, living modestly until his sudden passing in 2012. Hagees, once a teen idol, faced his own financial struggles and died just months before Palillo. Their net worths never reached Hollywood heights, both hovering under $1 million in their later years. But the impact they had on pop culture? Priceless. The 2011 reunion was meant to be a celebration, but in hindsight, it felt like a farewell tour. Travolta, now a towering figure in cinema, looked around at his old castmates with tearful pride. He called them his real family, and you could feel the weight of that. Time had changed everything. Their careers had taken separate paths, some to global fame, others to quiet heartbreak. Yet what's most haunting is what never got closure. The show didn't end. It simply faded. No grand finale, no heartfelt send-off. Just a final scene of two characters arguing about an antique shop. But maybe that's the point. Real life rarely gives us perfect endings. And welcome back, Kotter, for all its chaos, conflict, and comedy, reflected life more than anyone realized. The world moved on, but for those who grew up with it, the Sweat Hogs never left their hearts.